Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation and we've been putting in solid foundations for about 5 years today. And today calamity happened and I'll tell you more about it in a moment. But we've been putting in those foundations because we intend to be here and will be here for many generations to come. And we're now going to expand our economy, and that will improve the liquidity and value of our currency and benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. We give it to them every day, every month, free of charge. And anybody can become a citizen, and that is also free of charge. There's no fee, there's no obligation. You just come along, register, prove you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. We're a non-separatist organisation. That means we don't separate people into groups based on what they look like, what the gender is, where they're from, what colour they are, what creed, educational level, financial status. It doesn't matter. We just see everybody simply as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community. And so we have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that ideology. But first we'll have a little prayer to help us find what everybody seeks in life. Even though a lot of people don't know what it is they're seeking, they know there's something missing from their life and they're looking for it continuously. And it's something that can't be bought, and it's true happiness. It's not that short-term pleasure that you get from different things that happen in your life. It's that pure joy that is always with you. Okay, you'll have those peaks of pleasure as well, and you'll have those times when you're not so happy as well, but behind it all, underneath it all, you'll have that bliss, that ever new joy within. And the only way you can get that is through loving service to other people. And the great thing about being of loving service to other people is that it attracts into your life everything you want and need. So you don't have to chase after money, which is very stressful and very difficult. Very few people manage to catch money by chasing it. It runs away from you if you chase it. But by being of loving service to others, money and everything else you want in life will start to chase after you. So that's a little bit about us, and we'll have that little prayer and that affirmation. But first, let me welcome you, whether you're watching live or watching the recording. We have a lot of people watch the recordings because 7 p.m. London time isn't convenient for everybody. So we record all these sessions. They're available in YouTube and in Facebook. We should be streaming live on YouTube and Facebook right now. I'm not sure whether we are, but we should be. And I think we've got the Facebook sorted out, so I think it is streaming. I've not checked. I wonder, let me do a quick check, see if I can see if it is working. If I can find We Share Abundance publicly and refresh the page. And we'll have a look, and I think it's looking good. We're looking good. March 25th. Yep, it is working. So there you go. We're streaming live in YouTube and in Facebook. So something's working. Not everything. Okay, and we'll get to that in a moment. But first, let me welcome you. If you're in here live, Lewis from Portugal, Eric from Quebec in Canada, Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA, Toby from Toby Taiwo. Where are you from, Toby? Anyway, he says it's nice to be back to We Share Abundance. Nice to have you back. I know your name, but I can't think where you're from. We've got Verna in from South Africa, Derek in from Wado City, Nigeria, and we've got Bozina from Slovenia, Maya from Southeast England. Cody is my dog. It's my check account over here on the other computer. He's not really watching, Cody. He's up there begging for food, I think. We got Lewis in. Oh, I think we mentioned Lewis from Portugal and Werner from South Africa. Yeah. So let's get started with that little prayer and affirmation. Then I'll bring you up to date with the events of today. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service, attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. A little affirmation. We're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that it may allow us to become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. And we've got Ed in from Delft in Holland as well. And Brazina from Edinburgh in Scotland. And right, the main event today is the website is down. But it's not just down. It's a bit of a disaster, and we're not quite sure what we're going to be able to retrieve. It's not just our website. There are lots of websites. It is the server center in the United States that was hacked, and they've affected a dozen or more different servers, and one of them is ours. Unfortunately, another of them is our backup server. So at the moment, they're trying to retrieve the database. We can rebuild the site, we can rebuild the processes, but the database is what we really need, because, of course, that is the list of our members. That is the available cash wallet of our members. That is the Share Hope Trust Fund wallets of our members. That is the US dollar wallet of our members. All that information, and of course it is also the information about our members. So we have quite a dilemma in what to do. We only found out the cause of it after the site had been down for about 5 hours, and I was going mad at the server people. You know, why can't you get this fixed? What the hell is going on? Pardon my language, but now, unfortunately, and as you know, yesterday I talked about the fact that we were going to be moving to our servers, and this morning, before all this happened, I arranged to change and move to another server team, and they're going to put all our servers on AWS. And then, before we could start the migration, the sites went. As I say, we can rebuild the sites, but rebuilding the database will provide a problem. We can rebuild some of it from information we've got. It won't be 100% up to date, but we do have, I have a download of the available cash wallets, but it was about 2 weeks ago when I took it, so that's 2 weeks old. We have my download of the Active Elite members that I did yesterday, so we can see who the Active Elite members are. Vishal has a download of the ShareHope members, but it's not up to date. It was taken, it's on his local computer because that's what he's been working with. But that was taken a couple of weeks ago. So there are things we have and that we can work with and put together, and we'll be working on that. We're formulating a plan now. Vishal, Devyani, myself, and George from the new company of how to get these sites back and get them as near as possible to correct if we don't get the database from the server farm or whatever they call them, I don't know. There are server places located all over the world, and they have multiple servers, and people buy the servers from them and they host them and look after them. But unfortunately, the outfit that our servers are with, as I say, got hacked. And we don't know at this stage what we're going to retrieve from that situation. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for the next, certainly to the end of this month, to get everything working. I think the first thing we can get working is probably the ShareHope plan, because that is the thing we have most information on. But we might be missing a few people from that. So we will need cooperation from people to see what's going on. But that will probably be the first thing that we can put back in place, because that was in a separate folder, which doesn't help because we still don't have the database, but we do have most of the information from Vishal, and I've got a little bit more information that we can add in. Whether we can get it accurate, 100% accurate or not, I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do with it. Of course, if we all pray, there may be a way that we get the database back and we can restore everything. Fortunately, we did the upgrade on the PHP programming language for We Share Abundance. So Devyani has been working on that for the past couple of weeks. And so she has a lot of information on the website, and the that can be restored. But once again, it's the databases that we're going to be a little bit short on. We don't have really up-to-date information on the databases. So it's going to be a difficult situation, perhaps, for the next week or so. We'll have to work with what we have. We're not going to sit around waiting and hoping for the database to be restored. We're going to work and get everything back as much as we can anyway, and then we're going to treat the restoration of the database as a bonus. So that is the situation, folks. It's not a good one, but it's one we have to deal with, and we'll deal with it in the best way we possibly can. And we'll do our best to make everything right for everybody. So so that is where we are. I see we've got a couple of more people in and some questions perhaps. We've got Mary in from Chicago, USA. We've got Pierre in from South Africa. We've got Dustin in from Arizona. If someone joins We Share Abundance using our link, if they choose to join Success Blueprint on their own, will they be put under me in the Success Blueprint because they're under me in We Share Abundance originally? Yeah. The We Share Abundance genealogy will be followed. So as long as you're in the Success Blueprint, yeah, they'll be placed under you. Once we get the site back, at the moment, nobody can join We Share Abundance. They can't join the Success Blueprint. They can't join anything. They can't do anything with We Share Abundance because we have no website at the moment. But yeah, we follow the genealogy. If you introduce Fred, who introduces Brenda, who introduces Dave, and Dave upgrades into the Success Blueprint, but Brenda and Fred don't, it will just pass up through those two people and still be in, and it'll come into the Success Blueprint as your referral in there. Okay. We've got Eric. You cannot start the Share Hope until the available cash wallet is set up. I don't know why you say that, because we can. We've got Peter from the Cameroon, and we got Dustin saying thank you. Yeah, obviously we need to set up all the wallets. Setting up the wallets is no problem. It's the information that was in them, which is what we need, and we don't have all the up-to-date information. As I say, I've got a download of the available cash wallets, but I think I took it on the 8th of March or something like that. So there's a couple of weeks worth of things that won't be there, and there is no way of getting that unless we can get the database back. I don't think at this moment in time anyway. We are investigating all ways of seeing what we can do. Knowledge Islam, host there at Y. I've just been through that. You'll have to watch the replay from the beginning. I'm not going to keep repeating it as people come in late. Okay, so you'll have to watch the replay. So there we go. That is the situation. Now, what that also means is we won't be doing any free cash allocations or anything else because we don't have an up-to-date list. We have one that's almost up to date, but we couldn't apply it anyway. So it's a situation where we're just in limbo for a while we do whatever we can to get it back as close as we can to where we should be, and we'll do the best we can with that, as we always do. Okay. So we can't do that. We don't know anything about the raffle tickets. We don't know how many been sold. Usually there's not too many been sold by this time of the week. They usually get more sold towards the end, I think. So it's irritating, but it's something we just have to deal with, and deal with it in the best way we can, you know. So we will be working on that extensively. That obviously is our priority because we can't do anything else until we've done that. There are other sites as well that we have, or that I have, that are affected. My blog, for example. There are sites where various information is stored, and There's a site with all our videos and things like that on. So we'll have to just do what we can with what we've got. Okay. Not ideal, but then life isn't always ideal. You have to get up and do whatever you can with what you've got. So that's what we're doing, and that's tomorrow will be 4 of us doing whatever we can to get that back as near as possible. Okay. Okay, I hear about the situation. Thank you for an explanation. All the best wish to all. Okay, thank you. We got Ron in from Amsterdam in Holland. His website hacked. Our website isn't hacked, but the servers have been decimated. You'll have to watch the replay. Okay, so there's no hack. Nobody can get into your account and steal your money, but we don't know how much you should have. Well, we do to an extent. As I say, I do have a download of that. We haven't lost any money because we don't keep any money in We Share Abundance. All the money is in external wallets, in crypto, and in bank accounts. So, you know, it's bad, but it could have been worse. But hopefully, I've given you the best or the worst case scenario. We're just going to have to build it as best we can and see what we can put together and patch it. It's not going to be a perfect solution. There isn't a perfect solution if we lose and we can't get back to those databases. If we can get those databases, then no problem. It's just a matter of time to implement everything. But really, that covers it for today. There's not a lot more I can say. We don't have any more development that I can talk about. Ram says he's finished with the development of the tool that we've got, but you can't use that and we can't implement it. And even when he's done his bit, then we have to build a lot of ancillary items to go with that software. So number one priority is getting Share Hope and We Share Abundance back online. I mean, we don't have 777 plan information. We don't have Poverty Crusher information. Lots of things we don't have, and if we can't get those databases, I'm not sure that there is a way to rebuild them. It's going to be very difficult, but we'll be working on it, and I'll be praying and meditating and see if I can come up with something else. Do you plan on doing more backup in the future, like once a week? We backed up every day, but our backup server has gone as well as the other server. You know, it's not a question of backing up. It's a question of, I suppose we could download information more often, but there's a lot of information there. You know, you've got 50,000 people with all with different accounts and things. I don't think it would be practical to download it every day. It's a situation that is hardly ever likely to repeat, and the chances of it happening are probably 1,000,000 to 1 or more, but it's happened, and so there we go. And we got Knowledge Islam. I am 14 days log in. If it take time to restore data, we are active. We'll deal with minor things like that once we can get people back in. At the moment, I mean, we don't even have you as a member. Nobody's there. We don't have the database. We don't have it. We'll restore what we can. But all of you that believe in the power of prayer, it would be nice if you pray for the fact that we managed to get database backups somehow from the server installation people. Other than that, nothing we can do. More than we will do. We'll do everything we can without that, and we'll be working on it. We'll be working on a worst case scenario. We'll be working on the fact that we say, okay, it's all gone. We'll restore everything with what we've got. And then if we're able to get those backups, it'll be a bonus, and we'll just flow that into the system. But that is the situation, and it's something we have to deal with, and we will deal with it in the best way we can. Okay, with that said, we might as well all go home. Well, most of us are at home anyway, I suppose, aren't we? I'm at home, and I know most of you here are at home, but you can get home and get on with something else. We'll go and do something else. Tomorrow we have an early start scheduled, and we'll be working on what we can. And tomorrow evening, I'll let you know with what has been happening. We won't hear from the database company, the server farm or whatever they call them, until sometime tomorrow morning UK time. So that's it from me. I'll see you all tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, on YouTube, Facebook, and here in our link. Until then, God bless you all, and still get out there. Still get out there. Don't use this as an excuse. Line your people up and say, look, they've got a problem at the moment. They're working to put it right, but as soon as they do, I want you in there with me on the webinar. Okay? Just do it. Okay? God bless. And I'll see you later, or see you tomorrow anyway. And that's it. I don't know what else we can do except say adieu and God bless.